Well, hello, good morning, Khushamadid, Adab, Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kubeir. I am a CICC licensed immigration consultant, just in case you didn't know that. And this channel is all about Canadian immigration news, updates, processes, things you should do, things you definitely should not with your Canadian immigration application. Please advise, is it the right time to move to Canada after leaving everything in home country? Well, that is a very subjective question. Uh, is it a right time to move? Well, again, what are you moving or what are you running away from? Okay, now based on that, it could be that you should have moved yesterday, or you could move today, or you could wait to move. Okay, why are you moving to Canada? Now, if you can answer that question, that will also answer, is it a right time to move or you could wait? So different people move for different reasons. People move because of economic conditions. People move for social conditions. People move for political reasons. People move for family reasons because they have family friends in Canada. Uh, there could be any number of reasons that you may connect to your application or your situation. And based on that, you can choose when is the right time. For me, if I have to do something 6 months later or 1 year later, I may as well do it today. The reason for that is the sooner I start with this means the more headway I will have in this process. So basically, if you have an option of moving to Canada after 1 year versus now, and if there is nothing crucial or critical holding you back, I would move today. And the reason I would move today is because 1 year later, I would have had 1 year of experience in Canada doing the job, living my life, my settlement, everything, okay, versus coming to Canada after 1 year. I would also be 1 year older. Everything adds up. And what is more important to you, what is more crucial to you, that will define, what is the right time. For some people, having arrived in Canada earlier basically also means you can now add up to your citizenship, period of stay. And the sooner you get that done, you get your passport. A lot of people, after taking the Canadian passports, move away. They move back to the Middle Eastern countries. They move to US. They move back to their home countries as well, now that they have the Canadian citizenship. Some people are in the process of getting married and they want to move with their spouses, so they want to hold that back. Some families are expecting a new baby, so they want to move to Canada sooner because the child can then become a Canadian citizen. So some people may have a good job prospect that they need to comply, or they need to complete their contract period in their home country. So it makes sense to complete that because you don't want to burn your bridges, right? And at the same time, there have been people who have some bond, some sort of a contract, some sort of a bonus attached to completing their work period back in their home country. So it makes sense. You do that. Get your bond cleared, get your bonus money, have that additional, money in your pocket, and then move to Canada. Some people don't want to move in a haste. They want to do their research. They want to sort of figure out exactly what they want to do. And I'm absolutely in that favor. Do your research. If you want to come, yes, come as quickly as you wish to, as you have to, but come with a plan, come with a research, come with the understanding of what are you going to be doing once you come to Canada. If you just take the plunge blindly, yes, you will swim. At the end of the day, you will figure it out. You will find out the better ways of doing things. You will figure out, different things that can be done, what can be worked out. But you would lose a lot of time. A lot of this finding out or the expedition process you could actually do by doing your research while you're in home country. So, as I said, it's a very subjective thing. It all depends from one person to another person. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. And accordingly, you should do your research, do your due diligence, do your understanding of what works, what doesn't work, what is priority, what is not a priority, what is critical, what is not critical, and then accordingly, go with that. What is the minimum tenure one has to stay in the same province before moving? There is no such thing as a minimum tenure. Nobody is holding a gun to your head and saying that you have to stay in the province. When you have submitted your PR application, you have expressed your intention to reside in that province. Once you express your intention to reside in the province, you are morally and ethically obligated to do so, because that is the reason, that is the premise under which the province has given you the nomination. You choose to move the next day after you land in Canada, well, then your intention is questionable because you probably did not intend to reside at all. And if for such cases, the province can question it. And if they're absolutely sure, and you are not able to prove otherwise, then they can withdraw the nomination. If they withdraw the nomination, your PR can be revoked, right? That is one situation. And you would also be considered as having misrepresented. That is one. Second would be that you spent a few months, but you still did not enjoy your life. You spent 1 year, you didn't know, you could not get a handle of your life, you could not settle down, you could not find a job, the weather wasn't agreeing with you. Could be any number of reasons. You've stayed here for 6 months, you've stayed for 1 year, whatever that reasons might be. If you then choose to leave, and later on, 2 years later, 3 years later, if IRCC does question you, the province questions you about your intention to wanting to reside in the province in the first place, if you have documents to support, documents to back by saying that, listen, I was living in the province, I did try to settle down, I did try to make my life, I did try to look for jobs, I have the SIN number, I have the health card, I have the driving license, I have the lease agreement, I have these emails to show I have been looking for a job, I couldn't find one. I have to feed myself. I have to feed my family. I cannot live on my proof of funds for the rest of my life, right? So what do? So I moved because I found a good job in a different province, and that is absolutely fine. The Charter of Rights and Freedom under the Constitution of Canada, Mobility Rights Section 6 protects you. It says that you can live and work anywhere in Canada as a permanent resident, provided you have not misrepresented your intention under which you have received your permanent residence. So there you go. That is what you should be looking at. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We would like to see these numbers going up. Thank you so much for joining in today. I shall see you next time. Until then, stay safe. Take care.